Okay, I think I am live. Okay, hi everyone. So today I thought I would sit down and do a live. Today we're going to be talking all about how to build your own makeup kit that suits you, and I'm also going to be sharing how to pick those products for you. So let's get let's see. I'm gonna share my screen here. I don't know how to do this. Okay. Okay. So today is going to be a makeup beginner master class. We're going to be talking about how to build a makeup kit or a makeup bag. We're going to be talking about what tools to put in your makeup bag, what skincare, what makeup, and then later oh, and by the way, down in the description there is going to be a free makeup guide that I made on Notion, so you can grab that for yourself. I'm going to walk through how to use that guide, and then we're actually going to get into the makeup application, and then later I'm going to be answering some skincare and makeup questions. If you do have any questions about skincare or makeup, um, put them in the chat and I will try to answer them later. All right. So, okay. Let's first start with how to okay, um, how to create your own makeup bag. So I think I like to use kind of like a medium to small bag. I really like the Ali Glines medium everyday bag. That's probably one of my favorites. It's a little dirty. I do have the full collection. I just wanted to share just one of them right now, and it is amazing. I travel with this one, and it's so great. So this is the makeup bag that we are going to be using. And then also I have a brush bag. I don't like to put my brushes in the bag itself with all the makeup. I have a separate bag for that. So this is the BK Beauty, I think it's the travel size brush bag, which I really do like. Okay, so that is the bags that we're going to be using. I'm still trying to get the hang of this like whole live streaming thing. I have to go through that whole thing again, seriously. Okay, now let's talk about a skin type. A skin type is based on the characteristics such as how much oil it produces, its hydration level, and its sensitivity. For normal skin, it's a well-balanced meaning it's neither too oily nor too dry, and it is not overly sensitive. It has a smooth, soft texture, fine pores, and good circulation, with a healthy balance of moisture and sebum production to maintain its health. To maintain its health. People with normal skin should use a gentle cleanser, moisturizer, and sun protection while focusing on consistency rather than correcting a major issue. For oily skin, this is actually the skin type that I have. A skin type characterized by an overproduction of sebum, which can lead to a shiny or greasy appearance, enlarged pores, and a high likelihood of breakouts like blackheads and acne. The excess oil is produced by the sebaceous glands and can be influenced by genetics, hormones, and environmental factors like humidity. Now, for dry skin, A skin type characterized by a lack of moisture and natural oils, sebum, which can cause it to feel tight, rough, and flaky. It is often identified by a dull, scaly appearance with rough texture and more visible fine lines. Common symptoms include itchiness, redness, and in severe cases, cracking and bleeding. Not combination skin, so I I think I don't have like too oily skin, but I don't know, I feel like I'm more combination skin than oily skin. I don't know. Okay, a skin type that easily reacts to various triggers, resulting in symptoms like redness, stinging, burning, itching, or dryness. Triggers can be physical, like sun, wind, or temperature changes. Chemicals such as cosmetics, soaps, and fragrances or even physiological, like stress. It is a hyperreactive condition that condition, not a specific disease, and is associated with inflammation and can be linked to conditions like acne, rosacea, or eczema. So let's talk about finding a skin type. To find a skin type at home, cleanse your face, wait for 30 minutes to an hour, and then observe your skin. If your skin is shiny and feels slick, it's likely oily. If it feels tight and looks flaky, it's dry. If shine is only in your T-zone, forehead, and nose and chin, but your cheeks feel tight, it's combination. If your skin feels balanced, it's normal. Okay, now here are the steps. So this is the same thing. Okay. Step 1, use a gentle cleanser. Ooh, I did forget to wash your face. I did forget something. Okay, and pat it dry with a clean towel. I love the ITK Milk to Foam Gentle Cleanser for this. So what I did maybe about an hour early before this live stream, I used this cleanser. Okay, step 2, wait for at least 30 minutes, but up to an hour to let your skin return to its natural state. Avoid touching your face during this time. Okay, we kind of covered it a little bit here, so I guess I don't have to go through that. Okay, let's talk about examples of oily skin. So I'm going to be talking about what my skin is like. For a skin type is oily skin. What that means is your skin looks shiny and feels slick, especially in the T-zone. You may have large or visible pores. Questions you might have. What is the best skincare products for my skin type? Products for normal skin, a cleanser could be a gentle and hydrating. Choose a cleanser that removes dirt without stripping the skin's natural moisture. Look for options like the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser or the Neutrogena Ultra Gentle Hydrating Cleanser. For a moisturizer, I'm going to find a hydrating moisturizer. Use a non-comedogenic moisturizer to hydrate and lock in moisture. Vanicream? The Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer is a good choice for its simple formula. And then a sunscreen. A broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher is essential. to protect against sun damage. This is for pretty much all the skin types. For normal skin, tips for here are some tips for a successful routine. For a patch test, always patch test new products on small areas like the forearm to check for any allergic reactions. To stick to your routine, be consistent. Stick to your routine and be patient, as it can take several weeks to see improvements. And then listen to your skin. Adjust your routine as needed based on how your skin responds. For oily skin, for a cleanser, use a gentle or foaming cleanser like the ITK Milk Foam Gentle Cleanser to wash away dirt, oil, and makeup without over drying. I do also like oil cleansers. I feel like this one kind of dries me out a little bit though. Look for those with salicylic acid to help unclog pores and control shine. For sensitive or acne-prone skin, consider cleansers with glycolic acid, mandelic acid, or a gentle foaming formula with ingredients like ceramides or niacinamides. For a moisturizer, oily skin still needs moisture, which is why lightweight, non-greasy options are critical. Where is it? I don't have it with me. Okay. Gel cream or water cream formulas are ideal as they provide hydration without feeling heavy or clogging pores. Like for moisturizers with look for moisturizers with ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or ceramides to hydrate and support the skin barrier. So let's talk about some sunscreens. Choose an oil-free or gel-based sunscreen to avoid adding extra grease. Hybrid or pure chemical sunscreens are often preferred for oily skin. For daily use, an SPF 30 is generally sufficient with SPF 50 recommended for intense sun exposure. My two favorites currently are the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Fluid and their Prequel Sun Barrier Mineral Sunscreen. I like this one a little bit more. They both have SPF 50, and they're two great sunscreens. I kind of go between these two. Okay, products for dry skin. Cleansers. Gentle and hydrating options. Look for a non-foaming, fragrance-free cleanser to avoid stripping skin's natural oils. I kind of do prefer kind of fragrance-free. Wow, I just bumped my microphone. Free anything, even when it comes to makeup or skincare. And then key ingredients to look for are, you can find like the Cetaphil Hydrating Foaming Cleanser and the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser are good examples. For tips, avoid harsh stripping soaps with vigorous scrubbing. Use lukewarm water instead of hot water. For moisturizer, use thick creams. Choose thick creams or lotions for long-lasting hydration. Key ingredients look for ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, shea butter, and squalane. Here are some top recommendations. The CeraVe Moisture Cream, the Clinique Moisture Surge 100 Hour Hydrator, and the Avena Hydrants Rich Cream are highly rated. For barrier repair, I don't know what that says. Cleal, the Ultra Facial Advanced Repair and for Barrier Cream and the La Roche-Posay Cetaplast cream are good for repairing the skin barrier. Okay, oops. Now let's talk about sunscreens for dry skin. Apply an SPF 30 or higher facial sunscreens daily, even indoors, to protect the skin's barrier. Okay, products for combination skin cleansers. First cleanse, we have the Biodorma micellar water is a highly recommended option for removing makeup and sunscreen without irritation. For the second cleanse is a gentle, non-stripping option like the COSRX low HP. And for morning gentle cleanser is the effective for daily use. The deep cleansing products with salicylic acid can help with breakouts in oily areas. For a moisturizer, a lightweight gel moisturizer, look for a gel-based formula like the Youth to the People Superfood Air Wrap Moisture Cream. I actually never tried that one. I did try the Youth to the People cleanser, and I really liked it. Or the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. I also have tried that one. It's really good too, which provides hydration without feeling heavy. For hydration, for areas that need more moisture, consider options like the Etude Barrier Intensive Cream, which is considered a miracle cream by some of them. The minimalist Vit B5 by some, or the minimalist, wow, I'm totally Vit B5 10% moisture for rainy seasons. Okay, products for my skin type. For my combination skin, let's talk about sunscreens. For matte finish, the Regal Ultra Matte Dry Touch Sunscreen Gel is a popular choice for its quick absorbing, non-greasy feel and ability to work as a makeup primer. Now we are going to be talking about primers a little bit later, but I'm just going to call it out right now. I'm someone who just relies on my skin prep for prepping my skin for makeup, but I will talk about primers and I will use a primer in this video or in this live. Okay, and then for a lightweight one, the Boro UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence is another option that sits well under makeup and doesn't leave a white cast. Okay, let's review. What is a skin type? So a skin type is the characteristics of your skin, and then different skin types. What are the different skin types? We have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. Am I missing one? Okay. And then example of a skin type. So for oily skin, it's where you produce a lot of oil, and mainly in the T-zone. And then we talked about what are the best products for each skin type. Okay, now let's move into part 2. We are going to talk about the makeup products, how to use the beginner makeup guide, and then we're going to be moving into the makeup application, and then the makeup questions. So in questions so far, I would love to answer them. All right, now let's move into building your kit. So we know we're going to use this one. Oh, I have 2 viewers. Hi! I'm also going live on Twitch, and it's my first time. And I don't know, I think it's cool. And I don't know if I'm going to do it again, but I think I wanted to do like a Bible study with me, something like that. I don't know. So, like I said, we're going to use this one. So let's first talk about tools. So, first thing is some clips. I love the like creaseless clips. I'm not going to use them in this video because I have my hair back, but I love it. I love these. And then, where did my tweezers go? Oh. Tweezers. This is optional, but I do like to have it in my makeup bag. Some cuticle scissors if I wear lashes, which I don't anymore, but it's still good to have a pair of scissors in your makeup bag. And then this is another thing that I don't use anymore, but it's good to have, a lash curler. This is the Shiseido lash curler. I do want to get the BK Beauty lash curler because I heard it's a really good lash curler, so I might get that one as well. What else? Okay. This is optional to have in the kit, but I do really love to use it. The Medicube Ajar Booster Pro is one of my favorite skincare tools. It is amazing. I love it. All right, now let's move on to brushes. I think if you have to like invest in one thing, I think it should be your makeup brushes, because you have a good makeup look without good brushes. So I pretty much only use now the BK Beauty brushes, and they are amazing. They're my favorite. I do have 2 other brushes that are not BK Beauty that are still equally amazing. So let's actually take these out. I'm going to go over what these brushes are and what I use them for. And I like to have brushes that are multi-purpose, so that's what pretty much all of these brushes are. So the first brush is the BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose the N17 brushes. I think there's one set from BK Beauty that is probably the best, is the Nikki LaRose brushes. They are amazing, and they're the only brushes I use. So this is a double-sided brush, so there's 2 fibers. This side is the lighter fiber side, which is more like oil for liquid products, and then the darker fiber side is for more powder products. So I'm going to be using this one not to apply the foundation, or yeah, actually I am going to use it to apply the foundation today. Okay, next we have the BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose, the N20 brush. This brush is perfect for, I kind of like to use it to apply blush sometimes, or to sometimes have a light veil of foundation, to apply it with a light veil of foundation. Next is the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N15 brush. This brush is amazing too. I actually recently used it for applying foundation as well, and it's amazing for foundation, more of like cream foundations, but I also love to use it for powder products like blush, bronzers, or anything like that. Next we have the Revee Beauty Blush Brush. It's so soft. I absolutely love it. I just really like to use it to apply my blush. And then the BK Beauty N18 brush. This is perfect for applying contour or bronzer. I kind of like to swipe it on and then kind of blend it in on the edges. You'll see me do that later. But I really do love this brush. And then I love how small this brush is. This is the N21 brush from BK Beauty and Nikki Rose. I love to use this brush for applying eyeliner. It is perfect for that. And then a spoolie. This was like a free gift from a nail kit that I got, and I absolutely love it. It is amazing. You definitely need to have a spoolie in your makeup bag. Next is the BK Beauty and Nikki Rose, the N20 brush. I love to kind of diffuse eyeshadow with this brush, or I actually am going to try using it in a different way today, later. Next is the BK Beauty N24 brush. This brush is perfect for carving out the underside of the brows or to apply pinpoint concealer and for packing on eyeshadow. Next, this is probably my favorite cream eyeshadow brush ever. It's so good. This is the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N16. I also love to apply concealer with this as well. Next, I don't think I've ever had a brush like this before. This is the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N22 brush. I love to kind of contour my lips with this and blend out eyeliner with this brush as well. Then we have the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N19 brush. This brush is basically a beauty blender as a brush, and I actually am thinking of getting rid of my beauty blender and just having this brush because it is just amazing. And like I said, it's pretty much the same thing. Next we have the BK Beauty and Nikki Rose, the N12 brush. I like to smudge out eyeliner with this brush. I like to kind of blend my lip liner with this brush sometimes. It's so good. Alright, next, the N13 brush. This one is a eyeshadow brush, and it's amazing. I love it. Okay, next is the N14 brush. I like to set my concealer with this. It's so good. And then the other Revee brush that is not from BK Beauty, this is the Revee Beauty eyeliner brush. And this brush goes perfectly with her eyeliners. It's just amazing. I love this brush. And then a similar brush from BK Beauty, the N11 brush. This is, I think, is it? Yeah, this is slightly bigger, the BK Beauty one, than the Revee. They're just amazing. I love it. Okay, next is the N23. I like to apply lipstick with this, or sometimes just clean up around the lip line. And for getting in that inner corner of the eye, it is perfect for that. Okay, this last brush, I don't think I've never seen a brush like this before. This is the BK Beauty 208 brush. It's so thin. It's crazy. I love to use this one for a really thin eyeliner. amazing. Alright, so those are the brushes that we're going to be using today, and we might not use all of them, but we are going to use them. Alright, now let's move into skin prep. So, like I said earlier, I don't really like to use primers. I just really heavily rely on my skincare to prep my skin before makeup, but I am going to be using a primer in this video. So let's first talk about, what are we going to use first? Okay, yeah. So I'm going to start with a liquid exfoliant, or you can go in with the Medicube. I kind of go in between the two. Some days I use the Medicube, and other days I use the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliant. So today we're actually going to use the Naturium liquid exfoliant with a cotton round. Okay, first I was going to do them one at a time, but let's talk about the products first and then we can apply them. Let's talk about the products first. Let's build the kit, and then we will do the makeup and the skincare. Next, I'm going to go in with a toner, with a milky toner. So I'm going to use the ITK Hydrating Milky Toner. Next, let's talk about a sunscreen. So I did mention two sunscreens earlier. The Prequel Sun Barrier Sunscreen, or the Paula's Choice Youth Hydrating Daily Fluid. Let's go with the hydrating fluid today. And then let's talk about some primers. Let me get all my primers here. Alright, so since I have oily skin, I want to choose one that's kind of, I don't know, kind of like gripping and hydrating. I do really like the Milk Hydro Grip primer. This is great. The glowy one. This one I feel like isn't the greatest for my skin type, so I'm not going to use this one, but it is still good. It's just not great for my skin type. Alright, this is another great one that I love, that I do really like. So the only time I really do apply primers is a special occasion, but I don't apply primers all the time. And this is the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. This one's great, but I'm not going to use this one, because actually there's one that I want to use that I haven't used. Maybe I used it twice and I want to use it again, so I'm not going to use this one. This primer is amazing. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. This is not in the pot form, this is in the liquid form. I do love this one, and I'm not going to use that one today. It is perfect for my skin, but no, it's between two. I don't know. Okay. And then this one is great. I am almost out of it. Again, this is the Milk Hydro Grip Glow Primer. I do really love this one, but I'm not using that one. So it's between the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer and the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I don't know, because they're still both amazing for my skin type. I don't know. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. Which one should I use? Should I use the e.l.f. or the Huda Beauty? I don't know. Put it in the chat. Which one should I use? I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Huda Beauty one, but I don't know. Here, I'm actually gonna check. Oh wait. Hang on one second. I guess let's do the Huda Beauty one. Yeah. Okay. And then for a lip treatment, I'm going to use probably my favorite lip treatment. This is the Revue Beauty Lip Renewal Treatment Oil. It is so good. Can't even see it. It's not focused. There we go. It is amazing. Alright, so those are the products that we are going to be using to prep the skin. Alright, should we move on to makeup? Or no, yeah. Oops. Sorry, we're just making room for stuff. Alright, let's move on to foundations. So all of these foundations that I'm going to be talking about, I already match my skin very well, and I'm going to show how to pick the right foundation shade for your skin tone. But I'm going. Wow. Alright. I'm going to use bronzer just to darken a couple of foundations up a little bit. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to first swatch and I'm going to share how to swatch the foundations. So let's first talk about the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is in the shade Light Neutral. So when you're picking a foundation in the store like Sephora, go to where there is a window. I think that is the best place to pick the foundations because you can really see what the shade looks like. And we're going to swatch them here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and swatch that right there. You can see it is kind of dark. That might not work for my skin tone, but it actually kind of does. Okay, that one's a good one. I love this foundation. Now I'm actually going to take the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. Let's try that one. And I am going to mix it with a bronzer just so I can show you the difference. Just how to pick the right foundation shade. Alright, this one is going to be slightly deeper. See, that's slightly deeper. That's not gonna work for my skin type, or for my skin tone. It could work as a bronzer or a contour, but that's not a good shade. I should actually put on some music. I haven't done that yet. So let's just, here we go. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it because I can't hear it. It's not working. I hope you can hear it because I can't hear anything. I don't know about that. Alright. Whatever. gonna remove these two. So like I said, this one is a little bit too dark for my skin tone. So we're not gonna use that one. But of course, I mixed it with a foundation so you can, or mixed it with a contour so yeah. So this one is a good potential one to use. So this is a stick foundation. I don't really typically use sticks anymore. This is from LYS. This is a stick foundation in LN6. That one's good, but I don't know. And then let's compare it to the CL Tint and Protect tinted serum. I recently got this one and I really, really love this skin tint. So you can see this one is way lighter than this one. Let's actually try to blend these in and see what my... So as you blend in the foundation, look how you can't, it's undetectable. I mean, there is a little bit of blush residue on it, but on the brush, but you can't really tell. I mean, it totally blends into the skin. Now let's move on to the CL one. Oh, I didn't say the shade. Where is it? Oh, 1 Ivory. You can see it's the same thing. It really blends into the skin really nicely. It's really good too. So I could use both of these, actually. But let's put this one in the potential foundation category. Right. Let's use one of my actual favorite foundations. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. And this shade actually matches my skin tone so well. Actually went to Sephora and swatched it in the store, and it's definitely my shade match. Let's swatch it next to the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This one is amazing as well. I love it. See, this one is a little bit more neutral than this one. The NARS one is slightly lighter. I like more of the neutral foundations, so I'm going to put this one in the potential foundations, or a potential foundation. Now let's go between the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This one is so good. I love it. Oh, okay. This is slightly cooler, or really close to the NARS one, but it's more neutral. And then let's go with the Anastasia Impeccable Foundation. This one is in 1CR, and this one I think is 120. It doesn't have it on the packaging. And this one is, I think, a little more yellow than that one. Alright, now let's talk about the two foundations that I use. Like, I switch out between these two. This is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. Let's first start with the Estee Lauder one. Here's that one. I love it. It's so nice. And then here is the Makeup by Mario one. This one had a little bit more peach to it. This one is more of a natural, or neutral shade. Okay, so I think if I had to pick between these two to go in the kit, I would pick the Makeup by Mario one. I would also pick the Estee Lauder one, but I want this to be really beginner friendly and budget friendly as well. So I'm gonna go with the Makeup by Mario one. I think we're going to put this one in the kit. We're going to move on to concealers. So again, I want a concealer with natural finish. And one that's not full coverage. I'm wanting for like every day. So let's first start with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is amazing. This is in the shade Vanilla. Is it Vanilla? Yes, in the shade Vanilla. This is great. But I mean, I am almost out of it. I want something a little. I mean, you could use this one, but I want something more better. Here is the Makeup by Mario Real Skin Awakening Concealer. This one is another great concealer. I love it. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one's great. This is in the shade. They're always so small. Oh, Fair Warm. The House Labs Trekking Skin Tech Foundation or Concealer. Wow. This one is a little bit too light for my liking, so I'm not going to put this one in the kit. And then this one is more of a eye brightener, or not an eye brightener. Oh, color corrector. Wow, I could not think of color corrector. This is the Cali Ray Hideaway Under Eye Color Corrector in the shade. I think this is the shade Sunlight. This one is really nice. It's really lightweight. Oh, and I do want a lightweight natural finish foundation or concealer. This one is great for that, but I might. And then Flash Protector, or Perfector Concealer. This one's great too. This is in the shade 1N. This is what this one looks like. And I want to really closely match the foundation to the concealer. Here is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. This one is a little bit more heavier. It's a full coverage concealer, so I'm probably not going to use this one. Or this one. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer in the shade 1C. It's a great concealer though, I love it. Or the last one that I just love. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I'm actually going to put in the kit the Cali Ray one because it's such a great concealer. It is lightweight, and this is just a really good one as well. Oh, I did forget to mention this one. Wow. Another great foundation is the Tier Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. This one is in the shade 21N Ivory. It's a great one, but I'm not going to use it. Alright, let's talk about other products. Okay. So next we're going to put in the kit a highlighter. I'm going to put in a powder highlighter. I feel like liquids or creams are a little bit trickier to use, so we're going to use this one. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. It's great. I love it. Oh, and this is in the shade 1 Universal. Then we have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer in the shade Light, which looks like this. I think it was the blur one. I need to pick that one up because I really do like that one better than the original one. So I'm going to pick that one up as well. For brow products, I'm only going to put 2 brow products in the kit. I'm going to put the Revie Beauty Easy Everyday Brow Pencil. This is probably one of the best brow pencils I've ever tried. It's a thin pencil. It's just amazing. I think this is my third or fourth pencil, and it's just amazing. And then for a brow gel, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. That one is great too. Oh, and then another concealer that I did forget to mention that I'm going to put in the kit as well, just for spot concealing. This is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Next, I'm going to put in 2 mascaras. One is going to be a black mascara and the other is going to be a brown. I like to have a variety of mascaras. So this is the Lash Paradise mascara, and then we have the Lash Next Door mascara by Brooklyn and Bailey in the shade Espresso. Alright, for blushes, I have 1 powder blush and 1 cream blush. For the cream blush, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Worth. I have 2. I have Hope and I have Worth. I think this one is better suited for my skin tone, so I'm going to use this one today. It is so good. I love it. And then the Revie Beauty Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush is going to go on top of the Rare Beauty one once we get to that. Oh, and then another brow gel that you could use as well is the e.l.f. brow lift. I maybe used it a couple of times. It's okay. It's not my favorite brow gel, but it is still good. Okay. Let's talk about powders. So there are loose powders or there are pressed powders, like this one from Fenty. This is the instant setting and blotting powder. This is the Instant Matte one. This is the Universal 1 shade. These are for more like after you apply the loose powder, and you can use this on like the T-zone. I like to use it on the T-zone. It's a great one. Or the Kosas Cloud Set setting powder or finishing powder in the shade Feathery. The lip broke off. I don't know what this one too. Like, what is it with like these compacts? Like the Review Beauty one broke too. I have two of them that broke, and I was just like, why are you breaking on me? It's annoying. And then for a loose powder, I've been really loving the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. It is really great, and this is in the shade Neutral Light. Lastly, for the kit, let's talk about some lip products. 3 lip products, actually. So I have 2 lip liners. You know what I did not get? An eyeliner. To use a brown one just to make it easier, and I think a brown is better for a makeup beginner. So this is the Review Beauty Soft Definition Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Drift. And for the lip liner, for one of them we're going to use the Review Beauty Soft Definition Longwear Lip Liner. Just to contour the lips. And then to fill in the lips, we're going to use the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Johnny. I love this lip liner. It is so nice. I'm going to swatch these for you so you can see what they look like. This one is definitely a more of a cool tone. This is the Review, and this is the Makeup by Mario. They're amazing. I love them. And of course, for a lipstick, I'm going to use probably one of my favorite lipsticks ever. This is the Review Beauty Effortless Lips, of course. They're just amazing, and this is in the shade Dahlia. You see, it really matches the Makeup by Mario one really nicely, and I thought that would be perfect. Alright, so now we have our kit done. Now I'm going to show you how to use the makeup guide. So I'm going to present my screen here. I'm going to share my screen. This is all new to me, and I'm using StreamYard. I don't know how to correct. like won't let me. Okay. What? Let's try it like that. Share window. There we go. I didn't. Okay, so this is the guide. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So first we have the navigation window. Here's the shopping phase. So you can add like where you shop for makeup or skincare here. I just have automatically in there Sephora and Ulta, but you can add more if you would like. Then we have the makeup and skincare wish list. So this is where you can add your shopping list when you want to, when you go and buy your products. So I already have 2 there as well, just to show. And then here I have all of the skin types, what they are. So in the middle is notes, where you can just jot down any skincare ingredients or anything, basically, in here. And then here's the quick add, where you can quickly add your skincare products or your makeup products. Here at the bottom is your makeup collection. So this is where all of your makeup products are going to live, and your skincare products. So you're gonna have oily skin, and then your skincare products are gonna go here, or your makeup products are gonna go here, and then you have any notes about that certain product are gonna go right here. So that's pretty much the guide. I wanted to make it really simple for you guys, so if you want to download this guide and use it for yourself, I'll have it in the description of this live so you can use it for yourself. Alright, I think it's that time to now do the application. I'm so excited. I know, like, I don't do makeup videos anymore on my channel. It's just this video was so important to me, so I was like, okay, let's just do it. Alright. So we are first going to grab our skincare products. Oops. We're first going to use the Naturium liquid exfoliant to exfoliate the skin. I'm just going to take a cotton round and apply that. I kind of really like to start at the forehead because I tend to really get flakes in this area. And I do like to apply the liquid exfoliant to the back of my hand as well. Next, let's go in with... I needed another cotton round. Duh. Alright. Let's go in with the ITK Hydrating Milky Toner. Next. sunscreen that we chose, the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. You know what we did forget to talk about? We forgot to talk about setting sprays, but I will do that when we get to it. Alright, now let's use the primer. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer, but I'm only going to apply it in the T-zone. Let that just soak in for a bit. Now we're going to use the Revie Beauty Lip Renewal Treatment Oil. I have a current, this is actually a new tube, or a new one, so I'm not going to open it. I just have my other one that I'm going to show that's kind of gross. So, yeah. I didn't want to show because it's kind of gross. But this is my current one. See, I'm not used to primers because I haven't used one in a long time. I don't know. All right. Now let's move into the foundation. So we're going to use the Makeup by Mario Swirl Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade N2. So I'm going to squirt some of this on the back of my hand, then pre-blend it on the brush just to get an even amount of product on the brush. Start in the center, and I'm not going to do sweeping motions. I'm just going to do light tapping motions. I'm not going to go right up against the under eyes. I'm going to kind of leave it there because I don't want too much product in this area. I'm just going to leave it there for concealer. This is such a good foundation. I love it. I tried the other foundation and I felt like it was too, I don't know, luminous for my skin type, or too glowy. And I love this one, and this is perfect for my skin type. I'm gonna get the forehead. Use the Kylie Ray Hideaway Concealer. This is in the shade Sunlight. I'm going to take a small amount of this and just apply it there. I'm going to let that soak in for a bit. Next, I'm going to do some spot concealing. take the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Vanilla. I'm going to take some of it off on the cap. I'm just going to lightly apply this to any blemishes. And a little leftover foundation, so I'm just going to just apply it there for a sec. Okay. So let's blend it in with the spot concealing and with the N20S brush. I'm going to do the same thing with the under eye concealer. Oh yeah, this is the first time I'm using this brush to blend in concealer, and I love it for that. Wow. It's so nice. So with what's left on this brush, I'm going to apply it to the lids just to get it prepped for eyeshadow. Alright, good. Let's move on to blush. I'm again going to take the Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Worth. I'm going to use the N20 brush for this. I'm going to pick some up, kind of pre-blend it in the cap. I was tapping it off like it's powder. Wow. I do that a lot. I'm just going to start kind of in the apple of the cheek and then kind of work my way up and out. I love this shade. It's so pretty. Alright. That's pretty good. Now let's set the T-zone before we go. So I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario Real Thin Soft Blur Setting Powder in the shade Neutral Light with the Revie Beauty N19 brush. Tap off the excess. I'm just going to set the T-zone with this. I'm also going to set in this area as well. Okay, here. Now let's use some bronzer. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt bronzer in the shade Light. I'm going to use it with the Makeup by Mario, wow, the BK Beauty and Nikki Rose, the N15 brush. I really get it into the hairline, and I'm not kind of sweeping, I'm kind of just tapping it in. Wow, sorry about that. I hit my mic. Alright, that is looking pretty good. I'm just going to... Now let's let's use the darker fiber side of the N17. We're going to go in with the highlighter. I like to mix the top two highlighters. It's amazing. Alright, and I'm going to place it kind of right in here. Right in there. Have you guys seen the Nina Park makeup looks? They are amazing. I've been doing my makeup recently like that, like for a long time. After seeing those looks, and I was like, they're perfect. I love them. They're just amazing. All right, I did forget an eyeshadow palette. Wow. Alright, if you had to choose one eyeshadow palette to pick up, it would be the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palettes, the matte ones. I do like the nature palette. I've never tried the Ethereal Eyes one, but I hear that one is really good too, but I'm going to use this one. But before we do that, I'm going to set the lids, but first I'm going to make sure that they're not creasing, because when we applied the concealer on the lids, I didn't want to have anything to crease. Before I do that, I did forget to do brows. Wow. So there was a recent video from Ali Glines that I loved, where she was talking about how to apply. Or she was showing how to fill in your eyebrows, and I loved how she was doing it. I loved how she did it, so I'm gonna share. Okay. I'm gonna share pretty much what I've learned from that, and it is really simple. So, since we have the spoolie brush, I'm going to use that one, if I can find it. Oh, here. It's not here. Okay, we're gonna create 3 marks on each brow. We're just going to be 6 marks in total. So I'm going to line up the pencil with the side of my nose. I'm going to mark a spot right here. Actually need a closer mirror. I'm going to mark it right there. And then I'm going to go through the side of the nose, through the nostril on the side of the nose, through the pupil, and through the center of the eye. I'm going to mark it right there. And then the same thing on the outer part of the eye. I'm going to mark it right there. Okay, now we can fill them all. We can fill it in. Oh no, that other light died. It still looks fine. I'm going to take the spoolie and just kind of brush it up as I go. I want to have a really light hand as I get into the center of the brow. I'm just basically right now doing connect the dots. I didn't. on its side and start kind of creating hair-like strokes. On the front of the brow. It's really hard to talk and do this at the same time. Alright, that's one brow done. I know it looks super crazy right now. Whatever. Well, there's 5! Hi! Welcome to the live! Okay, let's do the same thing to the other brow. That's pretty much the same thing. I am making the 3 dots and then connecting them. And I'm really light-handed at the center because I don't want a lot of product there. Just want a very light amount there in the center of the brow. This is like this is a weird angle like this, so I don't know. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to take the brow gel. This is the Maybelline Super Stay. Oh, not the Super Stay. This Lock Brow Glue. I'm not touching up right there. Okay. Now let's move to the eyes. Like I said earlier, I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals eyeshadow palette. We're going to take these 2 shades first. I'm going to hold it, kind of hold the brush more at the end of the, so we can get a really light hand. I'm going to start by kind of doing circular motions at the outer part of the eye, and then as I move to the inner part, I do more sweeping motions. Alright, same thing to the other eye. I'm doing circular motions. And then start kind of doing the sweeping motions. Alright. For the lid, I'm going to take the 2 lightest shades in the palette, this one and this one, and we're going to apply that to the lid. Take definition longwear eyeliner in the shade Drift. I'm not going to do a wing eyeliner because I feel that's a little tricky, but I am going to be doing just a regular, thin, very thin line. Now let's move to the other side. I'm going to first start on the outer part of the eye. Get really close to the lashes, almost touching the lashes actually. And I'm not going to do it in one swipe. I'm going to do little kind of dots. Beauty or the 208 brush. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill in the gaps, if there's any gaps in the eyeliner. I'm going to do the same thing. Then let's find the other brush. There we go. I'm going to set the eyeliner now with a powder eyeshadow from the Makeup Memorial palette. I'm going to use this shade and set the eyeliner. I have to do this with one hand. I don't know if I want to use the brown one, or I haven't used the Lash Paradise in a while, so I'm going to use the Lash Paradise. This is in the shade Blackest Black. So I like to kind of blink into the mascara. Just to get an even amount of mascara on the lashes. You see what I did? I got mascara on my fingers. Or on my finger. Alright, so you can see, I don't know if the camera should see, but I got a little mascara on the corner of my eye. I'm gonna let that kind of just set for a second. Alright. Now we can move on to the lips. Kind of trying to just dry the lips so there's no leftover residue from the lip treatment. Okay, let's first take the shade, or the lip liner, the Review Beauty Soft Definition Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Almonds. I'm going to contour the lips with this. I'm going to actually overline. I'm going to overline the cupid's bow just a little, or the bottom of the lip. I actually like to use my finger to blend it. Same thing to the cupid's bow. One, by the way, later, after I finish the makeup, we're going to be talking about, or I'm going to answer some makeup and skincare questions, so have your questions ready for later. Now we're going to go into another lip liner. This is the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Johnny. I'm going to use this in the corners first. First, before we apply the lipstick, I'm going to take some powder, the loose powder that we used earlier. I'm going to, and let's just set the lip liner with this. And I'm only going to set the outer part of the lip line. Now let's take the lipstick that we're going to use. We're going to use the Review Beauty Effortless Lips lipstick in the shade Dahlia. And basically just patting the lipstick in the center. Alright, now let's move into setting sprays. Actually didn't talk about setting sprays earlier, so let's do it now. So first is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is a great one. It really makes your makeup last all day. I love it. And then the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. I'm not a big fan of this setting spray, but it is good. No, we forgot to. And I'm going to remove the little mascara mark on the eye with this boy. And then a recent find that I actually really like. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Hydrating Setting Spray. I love this one. This one is so great. I think we're going to use this one today. And then the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This one is great. I use this one every day. But we're probably, like I said, I'm going to use this one actually. Alright. Everything is looking to the question time. I'm going to open Twitch as well, just so I can see if there's any questions. There we go. Hey guys. Again, if you have any makeup or skincare questions, put them in the chat so we can answer them. I'll give it a few seconds. And I do have like some questions already up if there's none in the chat. I'll give you a few more minutes for that. But again, I do have questions, like common questions that for skincare and makeup. Okay, so looks like no one is. Alright, so I will go through my questions that I have, common questions, since no one is commenting, but that's okay. Let's talk about foundation and base questions. So how do I find the right foundation shade? So we kind of did go over that in this live, but kind of, I would say go swatch maybe four foundations and go to the window and see which one really closely matches your skin tone. Alright, next one. Do I actually need a primer? You don't really need a primer. Like I said, I only really use a primer for special occasions rather than every day. And then how do I make my makeup look natural instead of heavy? I think just using light layers of those products. And yeah. Okay, why does my foundation separate or look heavy? I think if you don't use that certain skincare products that kind of react to the foundation, or if you use too heavy a foundation, it can look patchy or heavy. Brushes or sponges, which is better? Sponges are a nice tool to have, but I feel like brushes are an easier tool to use. Alright. How do I stop creasing under my eyes? I think just using less product in that area and always kind of blend it out with a brush like this right before you set the concealer so there's no creasing. Alright, what skincare products do I actually need? I think you just want to go basic, like a cleanser, moisturizer, a toner, and sunscreen, and maybe a lip product, or like a lip treatment. Okay. How do I know if my skin is oily, dry, or a combination? We did go over this at the beginning of this live. Yeah, just do that, like, cleanse first and don't put any other skincare products on. Wait 30 minutes. Right. Let's see. I think that is all the questions I have. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this live. Like I said, I might be doing this more, kind of doing like a Bible study with me type of live. So if you're interested in those lives, definitely comment that in the chat. I would love to know if you guys are interested in like live streams like that.